RTI in our schools. What is RTI? Response to intervention, also known as RTI, is an instructional approach that enables schools to provide support for all students in a general education setting by utilizing the following research-driven guiding principles. We know that effective and successful schools have these traits in common. They have strong leadership at the state, district, and school level. They use a team approach to make data-based decisions that increase student achievement. They utilize data from universal screenings and ongoing assessments to make informed decisions about student needs. They provide ongoing training and support for staff and believe that all students should be taught skills necessary for success, including academic, social, behavioral, and emotional skills. They provide support for students based on those students' skill levels. They collaborate to ensure that all students are successful. And they work with the community to meet the diverse needs of students and honor the traditions and contributions of both family and community. Welcome to Bainville. Located in Roosevelt County in the upper northeast corner of Montana, Bainville had a 2013-2014 school enrollment of 99 students. It is less than 30 miles from the heart of the Baaken oil fields. It is also an exemplar school that is successfully using RTI processes to support success for all their students.
RTI has really been a system for us that has allowed us to reach all learners and meet all of their needs. Before RTI, we were really just individual teachers doing our own things, and RTI opened up a collaborative professional conversation about students and how they are performing academically and behaviorally. I love most about RTI is that it's not just a program. It's really about best practices that we all know are good teaching at all levels of instruction. And so it's allowed us to keep autonomy within our school in what our RTI implementation is going to look like and what processes we will use to meet students' needs, while keeping those overarching goals of what we know is research-based, good teaching intact.
I'm Tanya Wilson. I am a teacher here at Bainville School. I teach 6th grade reading, language, and language arts along with title, and I'm also the activities director. Number one, I think the most positive thing is that we're able to allow students to find success where they're most successful at, and we're able to give children the opportunity to grow at the rate that they are most comfortable and most successful at growing at. So truthfully, the most positive thing is the amount of impact the education can be at each individual student.
Bainville uses reading and math blocks in order to make it possible for students to move into differentiated learning groups.
Our 2nd grade is probably our most prime example right now. We're able to split that group into 2 Tier 1 instructional groups. Along with that, then we have a Tier 2 pullout where I've got a few of those children, and then also another teacher has one of those children as well. And then our Tier 3 pullout in that group goes to a 3rd individual with one of our paras. We're able to look at our Tier 2 instruction and really hone in on that phonetic instruction for that 2nd grade group. That's kind of where we've targeted our tool skills as being a little bit lacking in that pull-out group.
I want to see the
beginning, middle, end.
Okay, how many sentences?
6 sentences.
We're also going to have
Capitals, periods, commas.
And what are we going to focus on?
Important stuff.
Yep, we're not going to use those little details because you just want to have the meat and potatoes of your story. You want to know the big stuff that happened in this story.
Apple.
Nice job.
L. Think.
Yes.
Nice reading.
Contains
Nice job. Line 2. Be tracking.
about
And you go to every RTI and MBI training and they say, your administrator, do you have an active administrator? And it's undeniably just a really critical piece. I am active on both of our RTI and MBI leadership teams, and I just think the administrator is essential to moving those initiatives forward, because it's so much more difficult for teachers to do that without an active administrator proponent on the team. We started RTI 7 years ago now, and at that time we were just a very rural school, maybe 5 students per classroom, and really just looking for a way to bring that teacher collaboration piece into our building. And since then, we live in the heart of the Baaken oil boom, so our student population has changed dramatically in the last 7 years. And I've been involved in so many conversations with teachers where we look back and say, can you imagine what would we have done without RTI? So having that system in place to meet all learners where they are really allowed for the transition in our student population to be so much more seamless, because we had places for everyone to go and be where their best learning could take place, and it was just a really critical component to our changing environment. I really credit our CSPD for bringing in just phenomenal trainings that really all tie into the multi-tiered systems of support. So we've really encouraged our teachers to take parts in those and find ways to make it easier for them to attend and be away from their families through professional leave opportunities. We have a newly organized PTO within the last 2 years that has been really a meaningful tool for moving our initiatives forward, and also keeping families informed. At every PTO meeting, I also attend those meetings regularly and am able to give families updates of what's happening in RTI and MBI and how they can support that. We've also organized community and family nights around curricular areas such as math and literacy. So we use AimsWeb to benchmark all students K through 8 during the 3 benchmark periods. And then following the benchmark period, we hold a data chat, and in our case it's K through 6 because we are small with one classroom per grade level. And so though I feel like those data chats are really meaningful, because often it's not very often that you get to have a 4th grade or 2nd and 3rd grade teachers in the same meeting with the 4th grade teacher. So we just have a lot of background on our students to really know who they are as learners. So then we use that data chat to place our students in tiers and set up our progress monitoring processes.